The extras are supposed to be an alternate universe where the male lead isn't mistreated or abused by his own brother, Mercy, but it doesn't feel that way. It feels more like their first mission with each other or the first time they met and befriended each other, even though in the actual main storyline we're told how the male lead befriended the main character. But it does feel that way, the extras do. It does not feel like an alternate universe of if the male lead hadn't been misused and mistreated by his own brother. It just feels that way. Honestly, I'll tell you that. The main character gets assigned his first mission after joining the academy, and the person who's assigned to keep an eye on him and partner up with him on this mission is the male lead. And at the time, they only really saw each other like passing each other. They don't really know each other at this time. And the male lead has to go disguised as a woman. The main character is not informed of this at all. And the male lead gets his giggles out of messing and teasing with the main character disguised as a woman. He just gets the kicks out of it. And it's fun to read, too. Like, I was backing up the male lead, messing with the main character the entire time. Also, can we talk about how good looking the male lead is as a woman? I need to take care of him. The need to wipe him up is strong inside me, okay? I'll do anything for him. I'd bark for him. I'll take care of him. I'll provide for him. He would be the head wife of my household. I'll do anything for him as long as he will be my wife and the mother of my children. Okay, I'd provide everything for him. This is how down bad I am for him as a woman, okay? Do you not understand how badly gorgeous this man is as a woman? The reason why the male lead has to disguise himself as a woman is because on this mission, they need a couple, a straight couple for this mission. And this mission is that there's a fertility temple that a couple had gone to ask for a child and has gone missing. So they have to know what happened to this couple and what's going on with this temple. They arrive at the village and they need a place to stay, and they stay at a scored woman's home. There they warn them about the temple. The temple only takes high-paying high-risers into their temple. You have to pay a ton of money to just enter the temple. Second, the supposed spirit that grants the wishes of children only grants wishes to beautiful, gorgeous women. If you are not beautiful or gorgeous, the spirit won't provide you a child. The husband does not matter what he looks like. The husband could be absolutely ugly, and he will still provide them a child as long as the woman is beautiful. Third is that every woman who gets their child, their husband would die a year later. This is what she warns them, and she tells them to leave the temple alone, go nowhere near the temple, to back off and go back home. So they enter the temple and they realize it's not the temple itself, but the tree that the temple is around of. And they realize whatever they're feeling, the mysterious spirit, the resentful spirit that's coming from the tree, it's somewhere underneath the tree or is the tree. So they decide to come back that night. And they do. And they watch the resentful spirit, the lustful spirit, go through all the women who had asked that very day to get help to be provided a child for their families. And he's obviously saying this woman's too ugly, this woman is disgusting looking, which is pissing the male lead off. The woman he decides to visit that night, because he chosen some beauties he wants to visit, would be the male lead. Also, you know how he provides them children? He possesses their husbands, sleep with them, get them pregnant, and then he leaves the bodies of the husbands. And because the husbands' bodies had been possessed, and if they do not have conviction levels like the main character, they would die. They literally die because their organs would be destroyed from a resentful spirit living inside them and being possessed by it. Which, upsets both the male lead and the main character over. They try stopping him. They really do. And this leads to the main character being possessed because he keeps trying to do all the work himself and not letting the male lead do any work. Because again, the male lead has made him believe he can't do anything and he's just a pretty little thing just to be jewelry on his side. So he ends up getting possessed. and physically harming himself to stop this revengeful, lustful spirit, and gets dragged to a brothel house and tries doing things with women and trying to stop himself. He's literally fighting the monster inside of him. Luckily, the male lead is able to stop him, but he gets devoured. He literally gets his mouth devoured by the main character before the main character finally just drops. The male lead feels really guilty for messing with the main character and getting the main character hurt on a mission he was supposed to keep the main character safe and sound on. He decides he's going to continue the mission on his own. He questions the lustful ghost, and the ghost tells him how he became the way he was. He was a poor boatman that used his money on gambling and drinking. And once one of his friends, his mother got really sick, and one of the rich folks refused to give the man, a loan to buy the medicine his mom needed, the dude turned around and stole some stuff, gave it off onto all of his friends, and kept some for himself, and he realized he was really good at stealing. So he would steal to make his earnings and not be a boatman anymore. Sooner or later, he's caught by a converter who hands him over, and he's craned several times. And since he was caught, he couldn't be a thief anymore, and no one would hire him. He sooner or later does get hired by a brothel and works at the brothel, but sooner or later, he's caught by a rich nobleman who wants to use him as a scapegoat. Basically, this nobleman cheated on his wife at a brothel, the same brothel this man works at, and his wife caught him. And instead of apologizing, begging, regretting it, doing everything to earn his wife's respect back, or, divorcing her and giving her everything, he decides that he's going to frame someone of drugging him and handing him over to one of the courtesans. Yes. And so this wife, very angry that someone, quote unquote, did this to her husband, has the man hacked up, killed, and buried. Yes. And they bury him with a soul-sealing thing to keep him from coming back to get revenge on him. I am not kidding. The scorned woman later down comes for him, takes him where he was originally buried, and then buries him where the tree is. And this is when the story of the spirit that gives people a child comes from. And he takes the advantage, because he never been able to sleep with a woman before he died, as a token of getting to sleep with any woman he wants now, and even going around getting to impregnate whatever woman he wants to now. The main character does figure out these two are trying to do the mission without him, and he catches them, and he tells them information that he looked into himself. So the scorned woman who they stayed with was supposedly already dead for 7 days when they arrived and stayed at her place. He also finds out that the couple had gone missing was the scorned woman's brother and sister-in-law. They were the ones who had been going missing after going to the temple and asking for a child. The lustful spirit goes, oh, wait, I know where I've seen his name before outside of the name on the tree, because when you go ask for a child, you write your name on a piece of paper and you put it up on the tree when you ask at the temple. He tells them where he's seen it, and it's where his gravesite was, and that's where they could find the brother of the scorned woman's body.